only one doctrine in the Bible. There's not a million doctrines. It's only one doctrine. Read.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
So you must be weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. A newborn baby. You must be willing to say, listen, the majority of things that I've learned in my life was a lie. I have to be born again and start from the beginning again. I know that's hard. It's hard to believe that your whole life is a lie. But when you believe that, that's the first step into truth. You first must believe that I'm willing to put everything I learned behind me, because it's a part of my condition today. Of course, my mother and father gave me what was given to them. But they didn't have the information to know that it was right or wrong. They just thought that it would help me in my life. So you must be willing to start over like a baby, regardless of how much you know. A wise man never stopped learning. A wise woman also never stopped learning. When you come to the point where you have arrived and no one can tell you anything, what good is living? Living is to obtain wisdom. Read.
Verse 10. For precept must be upon precept.
Precept must be upon precept. Read.
Precept upon precept. Line upon line. Line upon line.
Read.
Here a little and there a little.
Here a little and there a little. That's how you read the Bible. If you're reading the Bible like a Harlequin novel, you'll never get it. You'll never get it. Because the Bible stops at one verse and picks up in another chapter. Unless you have teachers who understand this, they cannot teach you the truth. Here a little and there a little. So some people might ask, well, why you jump through the Bible? That's the instructions on how to understand the doctrine. The Most High purposely made it a certain way so that the people or the false prophets can come first and condemn themselves. If they understood the directions of the Bible, they can use the truth to condemn and destroy. Read.
Verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people.
That's the reason King James did the translation. Read it again.
Isaiah chapter 28 verse 11. For with stammering lips.
So with a stammering lip is English. It's not too many languages you can have in the earth where you can speak and bite the inside of your mouth and bite your tongue speaking it. That's English. With a stammering lip, read.
And another tongue.
And another tongue. Tongue in the Bible means language. This was written of in Isaiah. Read.
Will he speak to this people?
Will he speak to this people? Knowing that you would lose your Hebrew language. So if King James didn't do what he did, how could we read the plight and understanding of our forefathers? We speak in English. None of us know Hebrew. So the Most High did this. He put a spirit on King James, knowing that with a new tongue, he would speak to his people. The old tongue he spoke to us, parting the Red Sea, after we went through the Red Sea, was Hebrew. Read.
Verse 12. To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith you may cause the weary to rest.
This is where we can actually rest now. Our spirit been looking for answers. We've been looking for spiritual answers of why we're in the condition we're in today. Like what happened to us. And we couldn't rest. We went from this religion to that religion, this place to that place, to religion to substances for an escape. Looking for a rest. And this is where we can rest at, because now we understand our forefathers. We understand why we're in this condition. It's written up in the scriptures. We fell away from the laws, statutes, and commandments of our forefathers. We stepped away from our forefathers' principles that was given Moses and the Israelites. That's why we're in this condition. And so when we deal with these arguments in the street, And we do all the time. I ask brothers, I'm like, listen, if y'all have the information, we should have come together already then. Because this information we're talking about now has been around for ages. Why are we declining if you can kick all this knowledge out here? Or if you had the knowledge, those that had this spiritual understanding should have got a corner before we came. But you can't gather people under these different religions. You can't. You can't, because the religion is what divides us. I can take the religion out of the way and say, listen, I'm following the Bible based on the fact that these are my people. I'm using this for instruction. My people fell because of this. And I'm reading it. I know not to make that mistake. Okay, the Most High honored my forefather because of this. Now I can follow the righteousness of my ancestors. So even if you don't follow it from a religious angle, you can accept it from a historical and ancestral angle. You understand me? Ancestral. All ancestors, all races are contained in the book. Get the next one that I actually get from here.
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16.
Isaiah 34 and 16. Isaiah 34 and 16. Read it.
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Read it again.
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Now, if you think there's a contradiction in the Bible, how would you know if there's a contradiction if you haven't read the Bible? When people deny going into the Bible, that shows that there's spirits involved. There's spirits. We're not wrestling with flesh and blood. If you read the book and then identify the spirits that have taken us down, and these same spirits are now have taken hold in you. If you can identify them, they have no more, they have power. They have no more power in you. Now those spirits must leave. So Satan do not want people, I'm not just saying our people, all people, to weigh themselves with the book. He lose power. Read that again.
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail.
No one of these shall fail. Not one prophecy yet out of the Bible hath failed. Not one. Not one. Someone tell me which one. A matter of fact, some people would like to believe that Christ never walked the earth. Right? But guess what? The New Testament was not written during Christ's time. Thousands of years before Christ ever walked the earth, I can go into the Old Testament and the Torah and the Tanakh and show you Christ's full walk and the prophecies that he would come. Thousands of years before he actually walked on the earth, we had the Torah and the Tanakh that prophesied Christ coming. And if you don't believe he actually came, you can put down the Bible, go into your library, into your Roman and European history. It's in there. It's in history books. Christ's impact on society during the time he was in the earth.